Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight is. And I came out here before and I told you, I promised you that Starlight was going to come out again out at the same, sorry, my hair, I was in the bushes here. What was Starlight doing in the bushes? Go and pee. But anyway, besides that is, I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight is. And it was probably about a week ago, last weekend, I came out to this beautiful place. So Starlight's got a treat for you. This is kind of clues to where the heck is Starlight. Where is Starlight? I'm in the United States. That's the only tip I'm going to give you. But there's some clues in my YouTube channel somewhere. But anyway, as far as where in the world is Starlight, instead of Carmen San Diego, is where in the world is Starlight. But this will be a clue as far as this video goes, and you'll get a beautiful, beautiful view. And the weather is perfect. So anyway, if I hope you're getting out. And I just want to say hello to all of you out there that do love and support Starlight. And I do have that special sister out there. Thank you for reaching out to me and staying in contact and supporting me. And all you other beautiful souls out there that are out there watching my videos, giving Starlight a thumbs up. I really, really thank all of you. And also if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and you can find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman. Plus, you could give this video a thumbs up, and you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, don't forget, you can leave a message down below, beep, 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 and I actually fixed my little dinger bell here. Bing! Don't forget to check out don't forget to click the bell so you don't miss any videos. And also you can share my videos. And what kind of animals did I see today is I'm trying to think. I did see a rabbit, so you could share my videos not only with a rabbit but with your friends and family, but with a rabbit, of course, and a crow. You could share my videos with your pet crow. That's Starlight's favorite bird. And besides sharing my videos, is you can also follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman. And I have a special message in this video, so pay attention. I love you so much. So here we go. Somebody came to me last night. I have been getting people that I don't know what they see. They see me and they come to me. All different types of people. They are coming to me, and I love it. I love when people come to me. I have been going through this for a while now. So I did have a man today that was coming to, like he's drawn to me for some reason. So I was kind of busy, so I couldn't really. I was doing my stuff that was important for me. I had to take care of my business first. So I'm getting people that are coming to me and asking questions. They're very curious about Starlight. They see something that I don't see, but they do. They come, and you might be one of those people too, where people are just for some reason drawn to you. Curiosity definitely killed the cat when it comes to this. It's kind of funny. But here's the trill. I did the video backwards, so this time we're going to go from the beginning to the end instead of the ending to the beginning. So a man did come to me, and it's kind of funny how God does things in my life. The universe and the archangels, they tell me different things that I need to do. And some of you are probably still not believing or trusting in those numbers, and think that Starlight's a little out there. I am out there. I am definitely out there in another planet and another dimension. But I am so serious. The numbers do work, and hang on. So the numbers do work with the angel numbers, and with the universe giving us signs and information. And I just watched a beautiful video today about the universe, And it is amazing all the different ways that the universe can speak to us, but that is not what this message is about. But the reason I mention that is because God gave me a message to kind of mix things up yesterday. So I did. Everything was I flipped everything around, mixed everything up, did things in a different order. So, and that's, it's kind of weird. Here, one video, one day I was late, sending it out. The next day I was actually early getting that one. How did Starlight do that, I don't know. I'll tell you, sometimes I wonder how in the world do I do it. But the universe has been keeping Starlight really busy. And this is a busy time for a lot of you, maybe because going into fall weather soon. So a lot of house stuff and all that. But anyway, a man did come to me. I'll just put it over here because I do have a jogger. A man came to me last night. And I did, it's kind of funny. It wasn't what I thought. I actually had sage incense burning because the bees are so bad where I am right now, is that they do, I got stung. This is my third time this year of getting stung by a bee accidentally. And I was cutting up onions and making a salad, and I knew the bee was there flying around, because it smells all the goodies, and I didn't realize it went down into the food, and I was, like moving things around, and I must have accidentally hit it, and it stung me in the finger. All three, they were all accidents, and I feel so bad. My heart goes out to these bees because they're females, and once they sting you, then they're going to die. I don't know how long it takes after they sting you, but it's sad. I'm like, I didn't want to be a part, but I'm just going to, this is the tip for where I am, but these beautiful ones. The last time it was actually starting up like a storm. Funny how God does this, and then it just stopped, So, anyway, this man was walking by, and then he smelled my incense burning, so he just was going by, and he decided to ask me, hey, what's that you burning? It's really good. I'll just show you. You've seen this last time, and this is a beautiful, now the water is down way further than it was the last time, so it looked much better the last time. So anyway, so that's how the conversation started last night, as far as what kind of incense was Starlight burning. And I told him, I said, oh yeah, I said it's sage. And it was the first time I decided, because I did have a person that I've met, her name is Joy, and so I was talking with her earlier before that man came through, and like I said, I got stung by the bee, and then this lady Joy had her grandson with her, and the bee was all around her face, flying in her hair, bothering her. So I'm like, I was trying to think of a way to kind of get the bee out of there. So I decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to try that. Let's just try lighting this incense. And it worked. Instead of, swatting at the bee, and taking the chance of getting stung, that the smoke from the sage incense really did work. And so the bee was not bothering her anymore. So I told the man that, and that's how the whole thing started. And before I know it, he heard me explaining about the incense, and how they also, like sage, the right kind of sage, if you use the wrong kind, it will have the opposite effect. But if you use the right kind of sage, like white sage, then it can also help get rid of unclean spirits, in your space. So I was just telling the man that, and it blew my mind how he's like, wow, are you a teacher? And I was like, wow, how did he figure that out, Yeah, I am a teacher. And so that's how the whole thing started. And so question, he was going through stuff, and he really opened right up to me, like everybody does when they spend enough time with me, is he's like, hey, like, I need help. And he thought, hey, that YouTube channel of yours sounds really great. So I gave him my card with a name on it so he can find me. and he's young. He's probably, I'm guessing, younger than my kids or around my kids' age, so he's like, yeah, he's like, man, I've been having problems, he's been being distracted a lot, so he, reached out to me and asked me, well, what do I do? How do I get help for being so distracted? And so that's what this video is about, is to help people who are getting distracted. And it takes time to really get things adjusted in your life so you're not so distracted in your world, so in your reality. So I learned this because of my mentor years ago, is about being distracted. So anyway, is really, you got to look, okay, now a lot of times we might kind of know what's distracting us, but to really know and understand it at a deeper level, we might be missing it out, missing out on what is causing the distraction. And I would have to think, the biggest distraction could be is other people in our life, our people that are close to us could be a big, huge distraction. And I laugh because, man, they could really distract us in a way. Are you hanging out with people, and what are they doing? Are they pulling you away from work, and maybe you got some goals? And I just had a sister reach out to me where I think she was kind of being a little distracted, and so people could be the biggest problem as far as being distracted. I'm just gonna show you this over here. I really haven't, they had people here last time, so I want to, Starlight's curious. George here is, so people could be the biggest thing that could be distracting you. Is, do you hang out with people? And, what are the people doing? The people that you spend time with, are they helping you in your life as far as things that you want to work on? Are they pulling you away from what you want to work on? So it's really important to understand. It could be your family, friends, or acquaintances, or even strangers, and I have to say, all the time, every day, I have to, kind of divide my day up a little bit here, to have balance. And it is a lot about being distracted, where I love helping people out, but number one, you got to be number one. Like I just put in a video the other day, about, being number one is that you're the most important, because I'm meeting new people, and God gives me clarity to see, I can see what people are going through, and I can see where they need help to help them out on their journey, things that they might be struggling with, so you got to figure out what are your friends, if you're hanging out with friends, where are they taking you to? Are they taking you in places that is wasting your time? And like I just was saying about, I got to kind of divide my day up. I'm like, I got my me time, and I have a busy day. Every day is a busy day. And like I said, the other video is I'd rather be busy doing stuff that I'm working on, Now there's could be a busy where you're busy doing a lot of stuff that's not helping you out. But being busy is okay as long as you're working on yourself, and you're working on goals, you're trying to have balance, and you should be the first person. Then, the closest ones after, if you got family or loved ones like a husband or wife, or a boyfriend, girlfriend, or even a twin flame. So, you gotta kind of like make time for yourself first, get all your stuff done. And so like in my morning time is I do my some kind of form of exercise, either yoga or I've been doing the machines, and then I've been also doing another kind of, sorry, I got some people here. The other kind of exercise that I've been doing is to work on my abs and also to firm different body parts up. So Starlight did say that, well, that's what it is, So, and then, I have to do my I ams, affirmations, and I don't have to do those right in the morning, everything in the morning, but a lot of times I do, so you gotta be the one in control of your life, and you gotta take a stand of, like how you're gonna spend your day and how much time, and so then there's days that, I go to the park and I spend time with other people, and, I'm learning how to, it's good to actually put up a shield of protection around you, depending on where you're going, especially if you're around a group of people. And then when you get done is to clear all that energy out, the toxic energy, the uncleanness, that they could be carrying with them that you're not even aware of, because you can't just be by yourself all the time. So God does want us to have balance, to have our alone time, and to have time with others, that, either you're helping them out or there's exchange in energy. So, and then you get you got your family time, like in my case, I do call my kids, but I don't call them every day. So, God lets me know different things that I'm supposed to work on. So you gotta really make sure you're the one that's in control of your life and you're not having others control you. And like I said, being balanced is so important, is to get that time alone with you. If you do journaling, so Starlight's been doing journaling lately. I got a project I'm working on. I got my I ams that I'm doing. I'm also do a book on manifesting your dreams, where that's all, it helps me to set my intentions for the day and how I want to feel. And, so there's a lot going on, but I got to spread that out through the day, and spend time with others, get out in nature as much as possible. So beep. So if you got friends, that are saying, hey, let's go to the bar, well, then they're just going to be a big distraction in your life, and they're going to pull you in areas that is not going to really help you out to work on the things that you need to work on or you want to work on. So you got to, sometimes we say we have friends, but, maybe they're not the greatest friends. Maybe they're the ones that are tripping us up. And if they are the ones that are tripping you up, you gotta say, hey, you know what? Don't worry about hurting their feelings, please. I'm gonna bring you down here. Last time I came down here, but there was people. So there's a beautiful little stream here. So don't worry about hurting anybody's feelings, because this is your life and you got to take charge of your life and how it's going to go. So, and this is what happens to a lot of us, because Starlight's been there, when they say, hey, let's go to the bar later, hey, let's go, I'm trying to think about, let's go to the casino, let's go watch a football game. Those are distractions. Those are things that are going to pull you away, and it's going to waste up your time, and before you know it, there goes your day. And what have you done? You're like, oh my, next day I wake up, and I look at what did I do yesterday, and I realize, oh my, I didn't do nothing. I got pulled away again, and my day went so fast I didn't even have any time for myself. So you definitely got to make sure you're the number one. It's so important as far as being distracted goes, as far as not getting distracted is, count yourself God first, then you make time for God, then you listen to what God wants, then you, then your family of friends, and then everybody else. So the other thing that can really distract people is internet, the computer, phones, how much time, it's one thing to be, watching stuff, in anything that I watch, I'm actually educating myself one way or another. Either, I watch videos for meditation, and I am affirmations I do, or, might watch a video that will help me to become my greatest version, or, to watch videos with the numbers to find out what does those numbers mean, so I know where the universe wants me to, the universe wants me to do or work on. Beep. So you gotta be the one. And is family pulling you away? Family could pull you away. Family be like, hey, they might want you to go somewhere, spend the day with them. And you got to ask yourself, do I want to go to that place that they're going? And, so we're going to be tested out all the time on if we're strong enough to say, you know what, thank you for the invite, but no, you know what, I really don't want to go, And a lot of times we don't speak up because we're afraid that we're going to offend somebody and get somebody upset. Don't worry about that. It's your life. It's not, they got their life and you got your life. So you don't want anybody to control you, and get you to do stuff that you don't feel comfortable. I tell that to my daughter all the time. I'm like, if you don't feel comfortable, you don't want to go, especially if it's an all-day thing, you don't have to go. You got to be brave and bold and say, you know what? No, I don't. If you don't want to go, you don't have to go. So, and I've had a hard time with that my whole life. Always doing stuff that I didn't want to do to please others. This time, it's your time really to please yourself. So, like I was saying, is how much time do you spend on the computer, on the internet? How about TikTok? Are you, getting drawn into TikTok or other social medias like Facebook or Instagram? Is those things can pull us away. Or some people, I'll just show you really quick. We're gonna get closer to it, but there's some mountains. It's gonna get better once I get across the bridge. So, like with the movies, there's nothing wrong with watching movies, but what kind of movies are they? How many movies do you watch a day? Other people get distracted because they're playing video games, and the question is, okay, what kind of video games? Are they even good? Or are they, they might be okay, video games. Beep. And Starlight's not into video games. I was a long time ago when my kids were little. So, but when it comes to video games, it's really not about the video game. It's how much time are you spending by playing the video game, and what kind of video games are you playing if you're playing. There's some really bad video games out there, where they're killing people and there's blood and all that stuff. And then there's other video games, because it is really good for your brain on a lot of this stuff. It brings a lot of activity out in your brain, so you got to figure out, okay, how much time are you spending on the video game? Tell yourself, I don't need to, because just like going on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, you might think you're only on there for a half hour. Before you know it, it's been 4 hours later. And Starlight went through that long time ago with Facebook. I was not doing anything wrong. It just that I was on there way too long. So, you ought to see these mountains on the way here. I mean, like, there's no way to pull off, but man, on the way here, the mountains look so beautiful as I'm driving out here. And this is where I got my shot the last time, but these are beautiful. So Starlight's going to keep on coming out this way because I want to find a way of getting a better shot at these mountains here. But yeah, you those are ways of ways that you can be distracted. And then the other thing is that whether you believe this or not, sometimes we distract ourselves. Imagine that we ourselves are like, and that happens sometimes with myself. Is I get in my own way. So make sure you're not getting in your own way by, make sure you kind of, in the morning. That's why I do the intention book that I have for manifesting dreams, which I have some dreams at Starlight. I know I have to really prove myself on some of the dreams that no matter what kind of dream I desire in my life, as far as like a twin flame, is I got to prove myself. And that even goes with even any material stuff that I want, that I got to be proved under God, universe, where, if I waste money and, is God going to bless me with, abundance with money? If I'm just wasting everything that God gives me, or not, really appreciating and being, grateful for having it, and thanking God for those things. No, God's like, no, you're not really doing a good job. You're not responsible. You're, wasting what I gave you. And same with like me desiring like a twin flame in my life. I gotta prove myself that I am worthy enough to even have such a blessing to come in my life. So please check your email so you can get my message that I wrote this morning. Thank you. And so that's my message for someone out there special. So to be not distracted, you're the one that's got to take charge of your life, not let other people, hey, make plans for you. Sometimes I had a hard time with that in the past, where people were making plans even before the day came, so they're like, hey, what are you doing next weekend? And so then they're like, hey, want to go do this? And I wasn't thinking. They caught me off guard. And I ended up saying, yeah, let's do that. And then throughout the week, I had to go to work. And so each day I was like, oh, man, I actually don't want to go do that. I actually want to go do something else. But now I feel obligated. I feel like I have to go now. I already told them. That I'm gonna do that. They're expecting me, to be there, so it really caused a lot of stress the whole week. I was so stressed out, thinking, oh, great, because now, I really don't, want to go there, because number one, I'm not going to get out in nature like I wanted to. That's really where my heart is. I want to go out, and so I can check out bugs and, check out nature, check out the animals, and, get near water, get stream of water. But now I feel like I gotta, go there, and now I'm kind of dreading even going there now, because, nature does so many beautiful things inside of me and out, that, it's that tug of war inside that we all have to face at times. If you made, you used your voice and said that you're going to do something, what you got to do is, it's all right that happened, and what you can do is go to that person and say, you know what, I changed my mind, but this is something that you don't want to make a habit of, it's just something that you got to learn from. It's something that, think before you speak. Be more, on your toes when somebody's like, and sometimes people will do that, is they'll catch you off guard, just like what kids will do. Is kids are so smart, they might want to go to their friend's house for the weekend, and so what kids will do, is that they will ask mommy or daddy, and they will ask mommy and daddy when company's at the house, and they're thinking, well, if I ask mommy and daddy if I could spend the night at my friend's house for the weekend, is because the company's at the house, that my parents are going to say yes to something, even when they don't want to say yes. It's a trick, you know, that kids can pull on their parents. Hang on. So the same thing with people in your life, you know, they might catch you off guard and ask you ahead of time, so they're already taking that space for your weekend. So you just gotta be really ready as when they ask you stuff, don't answer right away. Tell them that you're gonna think about it. Think about it, and then, you know, really think, okay, is that really what I want to do? Or is it really something that they want you? You know, it's more something that they're into and not you. So you got to decide on your own, do I even want to go do that with them? You know, sometimes, especially if you're young, guys and girls can do this where, you know, they want to get around the opposite sex, and it might be, hey, let's go and see if we can pick up girls, or hey, let's see if we can get, you know, connected with some guys somewhere at a public place, or even a, you know, like a park, or, you know, a bar where people would be hanging out at, you know. So you got to be really wise, is, do I really want to waste my time doing that, you know? And so you gotta be quick, and you don't need to answer right away. You know, don't fall for those little tricks, because then, you know, it's gonna tear you apart. You're gonna feel horrible that you gotta back out of something. But like I said, you don't want to make a habit of that, because it's not good. So you just gotta learn from the lessons, you know. That's a beautiful view of that mountain. Starlight. I know my minutes here are up video, but that is beautiful. Of course, everything looks better here in person. So where in the world is Starlight? There's mountains here. So, yep, don't be afraid to say no. Even if it's your mom, you know, and maybe it's your dad or your brothers, you know. Hey, you want to go do this? You want to go at this party that we're going to have? We're going to have like a case of beer. Well, you know, I can't force you to not go, but you're the one that has to decide, is that how I want to spend my day? It might be great for them to go do that. Let them go do that, but you don't have to go to that party, you know? You always got to really think. So I was learning that a long time ago, is to not be so quick to jump and say yes to everything. Learn to say no. And like I said a few minutes ago, is you don't have to answer right away. You know, let me think about it. You can even, you know, practice that in the mirror. Let me think about that, you know, or practice in the mirror, you know, hey, do you want to do this? No. And you don't have to explain if you don't want to, you know, and you don't want to make a habit of lying either. You know, don't say, oh, no, I don't want to. And they say, why not? Well, because, you know, you just make up whatever you want to make up. So you don't want to do that either, because it's not good. So you want to be honest with them. You know, you don't have to tell them why. They just need to take that no and just, oh, okay, he doesn't want to do it. So don't be afraid to say no. And it's your life. I'm just going to go out here. This is drier than, see, this is not as beautiful as it was the last time. It had lots of water in here last time. So don't be afraid to say no. So anyway, I really hope, I know I got to do a lot of editing on this. I've been editing my videos. I realize I need to edit videos. I'm trying to make them shorter. That's why. And sometimes Starlight says things that I don't really want in my videos. Oops, did Starlight say that? So anyway, I do love you, and learn to say no, or say, I'll think about it, then think about it. Say, you know what, I really don't want to do that. It's okay. They're going to get, if they really are your friends, they're going to get over it. It will be a test, it will be a test to find out, if they get mad at you and because you don't want to go somewhere, and you might have made a promise, but you gotta, that's why it's so important to think ahead, be ready, because they're like, oh man, I gotta ask them before the weekend. Well, before the weekend, get ready that somebody could come up to you and say, hey, you want to do this weekend? No, I don't want to. That's all. You don't have to say anymore. So anyway, I do love you. I hope this really helps the person that asked me. And I'm just going to give you a tip. I'm going to have a very interesting video coming up, some crazy thing that happened. And I don't want to say too much, but it's going to be an interesting video. I am going to have fun. I got to get everything set up. I got to take the pictures for this video, figure out how I'm going to lay it out and put it out there for you. So we're going to have fun. It's going to be funny and serious at the same time. And when I make it, you know, I'm being serious but funny at the same time. So anyway, I look forward to that video coming up. And you can give this video a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you can leave a message down below. Beep, beep, beep. You can also find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman. Also, don't forget the bell. And you can share my videos with your family, your friends, and a woodpecker and a bobcat. You got a pet bobcat? Oh my, I've never seen one of those. I would love to make a pet bobcat. Starlight will make friends with any animal. Alligators, I don't know about an alligator, but because I can't feed them. So anyway, I do love you. You can also find me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. I love you so much. And don't forget to check out my email. I love you. This is Starlight. Love, light, and peace. Namaste.